Dr. Stone. Hello, everybody.
We haven't forgotten it this week.
Never, never again. I'll sooner commit seppuku and bleed out upon some sort of demonic statue to summon Baphomet. That was really weird.
I completely forgot about this manga.
No, never. Listen,
I hate the fact that I wasn't talking about Dr. Stone. I hate the fact that this Ayakashi Triangle is technically for like teenage, early adults, so it's not on the actual app on the phone. You have to go online. I hate it.
Yeah, I do want to say something, by the way. I've been pondering over something, and I feel like I can tell you Dr. Stone Cats, because like Dr. Stone Cats, you guys are like our inner circle of fandom. There's like an outer circle that just come for like a couple videos. The Dr. Stone people are the real MVPs. Like they come for everything. I can tell. I know you guys. So I just want to say, I've been looking at our views, and we're sitting. So here's how a typical week on Controlled Chaos goes. All right, you got One Piece, 100 to 200 views. Sometimes 300 if we're lucky. Dr. Stone, maybe 300. Undead Unluck, 150. And a random filler video, maybe 400 if it's like an interesting concept. Chainsaw Man, 1,500 to 2,000. And I'm like, ooh, when that series ends, I'm real concerned about the views.
I mean, it really just gonna depend,
I thrive off the views, Thurman. I need it. How will I ever get that high? No, seriously though, like, you guys gotta help me out. What? Give me some fucking suggestions in the comments. What are we? Is it cause we scrapped My Hero? Is this God's punishment? I don't know. We gotta think. I'm trying to think of what else we could do to get more. Maybe it's just that people are just the most interested in Chainsaw Man. It's just weird. Like, I wish they were a bit more consistent in views. That's weird to me. I don't know.
Doctor
Stone does pretty well.
So like One Piece is something everyone does. One Piece.
I think that's the problem with One Piece. Like everyone goes with the King of Lightnings and the Tekings. Yeah.
Like we enjoy doing One Piece, so like there's no way in hell we're dropping it.
Never.
It
gets good enough views to continue doing it.
Not even that. It's just, I love talking about One Piece. That's probably one of the highlights of my week. So like we're never dropping that. And then like Dr. Stone is like getting there. We're like the hipsters, and then like Undead Unluck is like still a baby growing up.
Yeah,
so,
I wonder if that can become like the next Dr. Stone situation.
And then My Hero, blah. But
I'm so glad I got you on the My Hero hate train.
Once Jujutsu Kaisen and Black Clover starts
rolling. Maybe we can. You know what? That's the solution. When we slap Jujutsu Kaisen and Black Clover up on here, maybe that'll make up for the views when Chainsaw Man inevitably ends in like 10 chapters.
Yeah, because people are gonna be hating on our Black Clover reviews because I got like two comments in that Black Clover video talking about like I can't stand it and don't compare Oda to this trash manga.
I mean, they're right. Don't compare Oda.
I know because Tabata clearly has gotten some of his style from Oda.
Listen, if Oda and Tabata stand in the same room, let's just say Tabata is gonna be getting that like spiritual energy crush where like Oda's just mere presence is making his legs shaky. Like, Rrr!
I don't know. The way Oda's been talking, they've been giving him a run for his money. So.
What do you mean Oda's been talking? What the fuck does that mean?
The way Oda's been talking.
Well, where?
Literally on Twitter and on Instagram.
Oda doesn't got no Twitter.
He literally like.
Bro, you're making shit up. You're pulling a David right now. What are you doing?
Oda clearly knows he has competition now. Like
sources. I want sources. I want
literally
proof.
Go on any article. Go follow the.
You sound like Alex Jones. Read the articles. I got the articles. The deep state.
Article, I'm not gonna do that.
Bro, you are awful at making arguments. First, you come in and get decimated on my Facebook, saying it's okay to not tip.
It's okay not to tip. I stand by that.
Oh shit, yo, I disagree heavy.
That was not an argument. I was just like, you guys have your opinion, I have mine. I don't think you're.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up. I'm gonna get you canceled. That's like a genuine that's like a genuinely like not agreed upon thing.
You're a shitty person if you brag about not tipping or pull this bullshit like I don't believe in tipping. Shut the fuck up. Like you're retarded like that. But I'm not gonna fucking think a person's shitty because they go to a restaurant and don't tip after paying like $100.
My point was, it's a good fucking social indicator if you are like with a person and they don't tip, they're probably like a semi scummy person. That's all I'm saying. 100%.
I can't. That there's no statistic that
scummy, cheap. Are you cheap? Maybe.
There's no evidence.
100%.
Alex Jones.
What do you think about the shopping cart theory? There's a thing called the shopping cart. So you know what else makes you a scummy person? If you don't return your shopping cart to the fucking like cart corral.
Oh yeah, you're a shitty person.
Oh, okay, so you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, interesting. I wonder why tipping is different for you. Cause are you inherently cheap?
Not really. I think tipping depends on. I tip based on service. If you're a shitty server, I'm not tipping you 100%. I don't care. If you have a shitty attitude, if you're barely at our table, if I ask for a refill and it takes you 2 hours and it's clearly not busy, you don't deserve a tip. I have been tipping more as of late because my thing is like, I don't know if you have this or if you, Justin, or your friend circle in Michigan have this, but I go to the same place almost every time. Like, I would rarely go to a new place if I know, like, why would I go here when I have clearly go to this place? And I have, like...
mostly for, the experience of trying new things. Cause
like,
that's what life's all about. Yeah.
Sometimes, but I have places that I go to so not frequently, but...
And then when you're old on your deathbed, you'll be like, fuck, I only ever ate at Taco Bell my whole life. I should have experienced new things.
Like, Pete, they recognize me because I go to this place.
And they're like, oh, that's the fucker that thinks he doesn't got to tip us.
So, I tip my usual my waitresses or waiters that I know for a fact because, I love them and they're like another thing, right?
He's simping.
So, but I'm saying, like, I don't think you're a scummy person for not tipping. Like, I think that's stupid. There are way worse crimes out there.
Oh yeah. Did I see now? That's interesting, right? That's called moving the goalpost. So you're devaluing my argument by saying there's worse things. Wasn't claiming that was the worst thing. What a dumb thing. That's not what I said at all. You're changing what I said. If we're doing this debate, we're doing it real, bro. So, counterpoint to Thurman, it does make you a scummy person if you don't tip. Go out and tip. All right, anyway.
Yeah, if you pay for a $200 meal, I don't expect you to tip.
They make less than minimum wage. Y'all better tip. It's a fucked up system. Like, we should do it like every other country. We shouldn't have to.
If you tip, go for it. But don't try to make someone else feel bad if they don't tip. Like I said, make them feel bad if they brag about not tipping.
I'm going to make people feel bad for whatever the fuck I want to make people feel bad for. That's how you change people. The shame is the best way.
Isn't that called a Republican? Right?
No.
What do they call those?
No.
Make you guys feel
bad.
How
many times lefties are like our whole thing? Like that's what fucking SJWs are all about, my guy. Like, oh, did you say some shit like that? Or meaning to gay people? We're gonna shame the fuck out of you on Twitter until you either leave or change your ways. That's what. It's not a Republican thing at all.
Lefties.
Like I don't know. It's like. Oh God, this is so off. I'm gonna have to do some snippies on this one, just to make it quicker, not to cut it out.
Just do your casual.
Skip to the review. Time skip. I will. I'll do that. Listen, my thing is like in moderation. Like I think there are some things, and I've been moved on this. I used to be totally, fully against any type of censorship ever, but I'm starting to realize that like there are some people with opinions so fucking bad that they actually kind of need to be shamed. Like, for example, if you're a flat earther, you're getting shamed. I'm going to shame the fuck out of you until you feel so bad that you either hide in your corner for the rest of your life or you fucking change your opinion. If you're against climate change, if you're against wearing masks, if you don't believe in the coronavirus, if you think gay people, black people, Jewish people, name your minority here, are bad or lesser people. All these opinions are unacceptable, and you will be fucking shamed. You deserve to be shamed until you're either out of polite society or you've changed your ways.
Mm-hmm.
And here's why I agree with that. Because every bad opinion I've ever had, only reason I changed and grew from it is because of that exact reason. I had close friends to me that started kind of giving me vibes like, we're going to stop hanging out with you if you don't fucking rethink yourself. And I was like, man, what the fuck am I doing wrong if these people that I respect aren't disrespecting me and not wanting to be around me? And I had to do some self-reflecting. I used to have some dumb opinions. I think everyone did, right? And it comes down to friends holding you accountable. So like, yes, am I being a little hyperbolic and going overboard on the tipping thing? Sure. But I think it is a general good indicator on like how generous you are, how much you care about your fellow person. Maybe that waitress, as someone who worked with waitresses for 4 years, sometimes they just have a bad day. Sometimes, oh, they're clumsy. Oh, fuck, I forgot this thing. And then, oh, that took 5 extra minutes. You're getting you shittier tip. You know what I mean? Like, I just flat rate 20% always, because even if they suck at their job, still need to feed their kids. They still need to get medicine. Maybe they're taking care of their fucking sick mom. Maybe they can't make rent that month. It's just general kindness. I don't fucking play into this like competition for survival. Like, you best appease me and get my food within 5 minutes, otherwise you can't pay your rent this week, peasant. That's filth. But I don't think you're a bad person necessarily. I think you just haven't thought about it hard enough.
See, that when you say like the generosity shit doesn't affect me because I think I'm too generous, and people have called me out on that.
Well, that's because your family and friends are toxic.
I think
everything you've told me about your friend group outside of us. I don't know. Maybe I'm hoping you have friends other than us that aren't toxic. But like the friends that like shame you for still being a virgin, the friends that shame you for didn't someone make fun of you for saying kissing was too like softcore or whatever? All that shit. That's some toxic ass behavior. You know what I mean? So like I think if they're trying to make you less generous and less nice of a person, that's inherently toxic. And that's probably why all the people I work with at my fucking job that have been through a lot, they're all fucking scumfucks because they I don't know, they grow up in this environment where it's dog eat dog and they throw away all their generosity and kindness. And one of the reasons I think you and I are friends is because you were sheltered from that fucking like harsh life, because you were more of a, stay in your room, play video games. You are more of part of the nerd culture. You didn't go out and fucking experience like horrible shit. I'm assuming anyway from the talks we've had that you didn't have like a super horrible childhood.
No, my childhood was pretty good.
Yeah, so like what happens when people fucking try to throw away their generosity and emotions and kindness in an attempt to like toughen themselves up, they become douchebags. Don't let that happen, Even I have to struggle with that occasionally. I need to walk that tightrope of being tough, but also not losing what makes me kind,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hella real talk right there.
Hella real talk.
Y'all good with you good with everything in that staying in?
Oh yeah.
Are you sure? If there's anything that you weren't comfortable with going out, I will edit it out.
Oh, bro, do your thing. That doesn't offend me. I already know. I've been trying to stay away from the toxic people I considered friends for a minute.
Bro, you sound like you're fucking slapping a controller right now.
No, my controller's right. I think I'm about to play Final Fantasy X, but my controller's right here.
Oh, okay.
So I'm about to once we film this, I have to get dressed and go get my car.
Yeah, let's do a quick little. So this Dr. Stone chapter, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty quick.
Yeah,
honestly.
They make arrow sword, so I love how the cave people are like
drill sword, good for eviscerating. Organs spill out.
Like the very day, they immediately go to using it as like a ways to like for combat.
They're looking at it like, yes, very good. It's like bigger than a person. It's so huge, and they're like, yes.
That's the first thing. I like how they're just like immediately as the chapter begins. They're like, no, you can't make us think like he just stabbed Chrome. Like I don't know why he put that in there.
Oh, the first page where that was a weird little fake out. That's
kind of random. I'll be honest. like I don't know what the author was thinking when he was doing. Like what could you possibly? What could you because it doesn't make any sense because it's like
did anyone fall for that?
Because I was just like wait, I literally had to go back and like did I skip a chapter? Like what's happening here? Because it doesn't make any sense. Like usually when people do that, it's like a it's like a fade,
it's like a moment where a villain comes back, but before they've been revealed to be working on the good side or something. Yeah,
or something like that, or like some like a fake out. But it felt like a very poorly timed joke, and it's just like, oh no, you can use it to dig dirt, and he's like, oh, you forced me to defile the Ken Ryu style. I'm like, what? Where did the joke come from? Like,
that's a great point you made. Yeah, like now, see, with me, whenever I'm reading these chapters, I have it on the double, like it's both pages. You know what I mean? So I already saw on the left that it was a fake out. So I was just like, okay, weird.
I'm legitimate commenters. Please let me know if you guys thought that was funny, because I was just like. It's so out of place. The author, what is the author doing? Like he's trying to make us laugh for some reason.
It was one of the first. That's a great point you make. I didn't even think about it. That did feel a little try hard from him, which is not usually what he does.
Because he piled it out too. Because he had Tsukasa looking like, oh, and like no Yoga, no you can't. And we just and we see can we look and see him stab? It's so blatantly obvious that he stabbed him through his arm, through the hole.
That's so dumb too. Like, man, you're right, because they even have tears in Chrome's eyes, but all he's talking about is there's no way you can dig through that. What a weird moment. I'm glad you pointed that out, because I just kind of skipped right by it. Okay.
It's very. I have no idea why he was going for that. I'm legitimately curious if the anime gets this far. Exactly how the anime is
what they're gonna do is it's gonna be when they come back from an ad break, or it'll be the beginning of an episode, right? That's how they're gonna have to do it. It'll be either the little middle chunk where it to commercial, now we're back. It'd be there or at the very beginning of an episode, because otherwise it can't just be in the middle of an episode.
It's probably gonna be towards the end of the episode, being we're finally gonna dig it, and it's just Haruga, no, bro, come on, come on. That was a little bit too try hard, bro. The comedy in this series usually always hits, but that was one big miss.
That was weird, yeah.
That was a miss that was so easy to spot.
Mm-hmm.
I was wow.
I guess we can't say he never misses now.
Yeah, because that's a whole miss. What made it worse too is it's so blatantly obvious that he got stabbed through his arms, the hole in his arms, because you can see it in the art. Because even the artist, bro, even the artist didn't made it.
The artist is I'm not doing it. This is dumb.
It's so weird. Oh my god, that's actually.
It reminds me of It's funny because that moment in One Piece when Luffy's going up against Mihawk, and there's a quick little shot of him getting his arms chopped off. Obviously that makes more sense because it's him doing his observation hockey. But whenever I watch that with people, I always have to look over and be not really, not really. It's not happening. They're what? Because I hate fake outs like that. I really do. Because it plays with people's expectations. So I always, I'm that guy that's nah, they're bullshitting you.
No, I don't mind shit like that, but this one was clearly, obviously trying to be
this one I didn't even fall for it. I immediately knew it was a fake out.
Yeah,
but I hate fake out deaths in general. Whenever they happen.
It felt like a Western cartoon gag. He just got done watching SpongeBob or Fairy Odd Parents or Adventure Time or something. And he was
it's one of those someone's getting out the knife and cutting tomatoes and there's blood all over, and then it's just
yeah.
they think it's blood, and then it's I'm just cooking.
Yeah, this is a very American cartoon trope, and I just he just tried it. He was just let me see if this is gonna be funny. It really wasn't funny.
Oh well, I mean, didn't waste too much time, so not a huge deal. Let's see here. I still love all these moments with, Taiju. He's doing pretty good at winning me over with Taiju. He's slowly interjecting him into the series. I think that he's doing a good job, honestly.
So, as you know, the NTR joke.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought it up. Hold on. Wait. I'm going to let you finish because you brought it up first, but I just have to point out that I was waiting. I was going to as well. Because, bro, the two... let me just leave Senku alone in this room with two women.
It's
all right,
clear that, Tanjiro, NTR plot right here, Luna, Yuzuriha, I leave Senku in your hands.
Girl that was a spy for the enemy side until 5 minutes ago that has a deep burning crush for Senku. The girl that I have a deep burning crush for. Both of you stay with Senku. This charismatic, smartest guy in the world with sexy ass anime hair who is most likely naked under those sheets. You do you.
Yuzuriha gives him a smirk before when he walks out. She's like, "This is my time to shine." Luna comes in. It's a clearly NTR plot over here.
Well, here's what's gonna happen because Luna is already confirmed into Senku. If this was an NTR, here's how it'd go down. Okay, because you'd have that thing where Mizuriha is kind of still wanting to be loyal. It's one of those things where I can't, I gotta be loyal. But then Luna would drag her into it. No, come on.
My God.
Let's give Senku. He's look at him. He's so injured. We gotta help him feel better.
He wakes up. See, and just all of a sudden, be a hentai logic.
Mm-hmm.
Him coming immediately gets rid of the bullet wound. And then,
one of my favorite fucking hentai quotes of all time is from a Naruto one where Naruto has a cold And then Tsunade is like, bet that's one of those colds that'll clear up right when you come.
That's a hentai. Hentai logic's actually the funniest thing I've ever seen.
What if coming was a cure-all to everything?
Oh my god, life would be so much better.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I can think of some problems, but.
So Taiju being Taiju.
Taiju, fucking monster truck rallying over. Oh yeah, I will say though, you want to talk about good comedy? Him just going over and picking up the enemies, class.
That shit makes me that actually is hilarious. That made me like Taiju a little bit more. That's some Luffy shit right there.
Yeah, Taiju's fucking creeping up. I'll be honest. And, like, it's funny because, like, neither of them can speak the other language. So it's the most, like, chaotic fucking shit I've ever seen. He's just, like, crashing into everything. And then he's just like, like, that's what both of them sound like to each other. like what's happening? I don't know what you're saying, but I think I heard a word. I don't know what you're saying.
He says Luna. Luna's I don't know what language Luna originates from or what culture it originates from. But
I mean, that's her name, dum-dum. It's just a name.
No, you misunderstood me. I said,
it doesn't matter.
Where her name originates.
What are you talking about, bro? No, it doesn't. A name is a name. It doesn't matter if you say a person's name it doesn't matter. It'll be the same in any language. Like if a Japanese person was talking to me, it'd be like Konnichiwa, Red-san.
It would sound different though. It's an accent.
No, your ass is dumb as fuck. That's not how that works.
Yeah, yes it does.
No, he's being. This is no. My
I'm gonna drop some knowledge on you, bro. Right? I'm gonna drop some knowledge on you.
No, literally, bro. I can't even allow this cringe to stand.
I literally went to middle school. Well, technically high school.
Wow.
With I had a Japanese classmate, right? Who basically said that my name doesn't really have like much pronunciation in like Japan, so they would call me Salmon. Literally, I had kids call me Salmon because of that. So suck my dick, you're wrong.
Right, sure. But like typically, if someone tells you their name, you're going to just try your best to mimic what is told to you. So yes, would they have trouble pronouncing certain syllables and
That's
like
what
letters?
I mean.
Hold on, let me finish. Would they have trouble pronouncing certain things? Yes, but still, that goes like if her name is Luna, it doesn't matter if that's English, Japanese, whatever. They're going to try to say Luna. They might say Runa because they have a hard time with L's and R's or whatever the fuck. But like. They're still going to say a name is a name. It's not like fucking her name's Luna in English, but it's in Chinese or like, that's not how that fucking works. But that's the vibe I'm getting from what you're saying to me, and I want to make sure you don't think that because it's big cringe.
Literally said what I was trying to say. So again, take your L.
Oh yeah, I think it's probably your L for being awful at explaining what you're trying to say. And you know that you are. You've said this multiple times.
Because you need to understand. It's not my fault. I explained it.
It is!
You just need to understand it better. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. That's what helps you feel better about yourself.
Yeah, hey, bro. Right back at you. That's my line, bro.
Bro, hey, do you want these man titties in your face? Because I will fucking...
I mean, you give me an invitation to heaven.
Nothing more pleasurable. If you close your eyes and if I wax my chest a bit and we get the...
You're going to have a hickey on your nipple, bro.
Oh, fuck! Wow. Anyway, fuck you for everything.
So, tension never been higher in Dr. Stone.
No, tensions are always high. Yeah, you know, it probably is because we had that 11-minute real talk in the beginning, bro. Like, you're just being so wrong about so many things lately.
Nah, bro, that's some sexual tension, bro. That's not tension. That's,
we would be the hate fuck couple.
Hate fuck, bro. Hate fuck, yo. We literally have like, it'd be like an argument than like a down hate fuck.
It's been too long. It's been a little too long since I've read the Urban Dictionary definition of hate fuck. I think you guys need a reminder, okay? If you're longtime viewers of the channel, hate fuck is...
It's a running joke.
It's a running joke, yes, because the Urban Dictionary is fucking hilarious. Okay, hold on. The act of fucking a person that you despise. Such an act is typically characterized by name-calling, roughness, and immediate departure after the act. That girl was a loudmouthed hippie who talked shit about me at a party once, so I took her home, hate-fucked her, and kicked her out. Now, it is, to clarify, it says it right here, hate fucks are always consensual between both parties. It's when two people hate each other so much that they're like, let's just, instead of fighting, let's just, like, fuck incredibly aggressively to get out our fucking energy. It's a beautiful thing.
Hate fuck. I just one of those things where we say it randomly. We used to like back then. We used to be like, they'd be empty. Everyone's asleep. One of us would come in and just be like, hate fuck, and that'd be it. We leave. This is a joke. It's
yeah,
a
because
joke.
we used to be not funny.
Fuck you. That was fucking hilarious. Every time someone put that shit in there.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Wrong button. Okay, let's see here. But yeah, you know, the guy takes over, drives, immediately gets tied up, which is hilarious. You know, this fucking guy's he's having a fucking day. And again, you see, he recognizes certain words, like, because, like, I'm sure you've heard enough Japanese people talk, in anime even, occasionally there's words that are just, they don't have a direct translation for, so they just say it in English. Like, I can think of, like, moments where, a big one that I always hear in anime, and I don't really know why, but, like Killua says it a lot. It's just like, nice idea. Nice idea.
Okay, some of them are say like okay, some of them say like nice
idea.
Hey or yo or like
yeah. So like clearly, at least he recognized the word tunnel at the very least. So they must have said tunnel in English, which is interesting. Mm-hmm. And I want to give props to Chrome here because like I'll be honest, if I was doing this is what separates Chrome from us fucking troglodytes, Thurman and I would not have thought about the whole, like, we have to have a fan system to get air in there. Would not have thought of that at all.
And that's dope, too, because, you know, what makes it so fascinating, too, is that this guy right here, just watching Chrome in his work, and he's like, that's wild, bro. Like, that's fucking wild.
I think they're realizing that, like, the dynamic between Senku's group and Xeno's group is very different, because, like, Xeno... He's got people that are good at their craft, but I have a feeling it's a lot less like Senku has people for everything that are good at everything. They're like they have passion behind everything they do. Whereas Xeno, it just seems like they're just living to live. Like yeah, I'm sure they have goals, I guess, but like I don't know. I'm trying to think of how to word it. Like I have a vibe that if you're not one of Xeno's like top dudes, like obviously he treats his top dudes well, but if you're like one of the fuckers like doing farming, I have a feeling that it's probably similar to a relationship between like a king and the peasant. You know what I mean? I can't confirm that, of course, but that's the vibe I get. Whereas like I think he's seeing like these guys are like they treat each other like family. They work, I don't know, like diligently. They're really fucking smart. Like it is a different dynamic, you know?
Yeah. It's very more homey than
homie over hoe.
Homie than Xeno. Xeno seems like it's more of like a
work my force, and then when we achieve our goals, you will be rewarded greatly.
Like Xeno's place seems more like a workplace.
Yeah. Yep. That's it.
While Senku's place is more like a bunch of friends just doing what they gotta do, you know, like a club.
They actually want to do what they're doing. Whereas I feel like a lot of Xeno's people probably are, like you said, it's just kind of like, well, you know, they're probably
you do this, or you do this to me, you get kicked out or killed.
Yeah, you do this to get food and you know, like shelter and shit.
Yeah, basically like economic, like a government.
Hey, yeah. I don't know if you ever thought about this, but like the wage system we have now, if you work a minimum wage job, it is practically it's quite a bit like slavery. Cause like obviously not as bad because you're not getting like whipped and shit, but like if you think about it, what's the difference between okay, you're working for me, I'm not paying you money, but obviously I'm going to feed you and you're gonna have a place to sleep, versus okay, you're working for me, I'll pay you just enough money to have food and a place to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to modern day America. Get lucky and get a job that pays a bit above minimum wage so you can have a little fun with your life.
Yeah.
That's what I do. 15.50 an hour, baby. All right.
15. Yeah.
What are you sitting at?
I'm at
Unless you don't want to say.
No. Apparently I just got a raise, but I'm at 12 right now. But I might get a raise. But
get your ass up to 15, 16. You'll be feeling good.
Definitely, I make 800 every 2 weeks, but I need to. I'm moving up because
Because you're being a loyal boy over there.
Well, I mean, I like my job, but if I decide to stay at the place I'm living at now, I'm definitely gonna. I have to get
a house. What are you crinkling, bro?
Sorry, I have this thing that's just like it's so enjoyable to have in my hand. It hasn't been loud, but it's like
I didn't notice it until just now. I'm just like. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, I think I rubbed it too hard.
If you just keep it really far away from the mic, it should be all right.
But I mean, honestly, this chapter was very straightforward.
Very straightforward. Although I do want to talk about fucking Chrome's Pog face on fucking page 18 to 19.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? By the way, that's the thing. you know about the Pog meme, right?
Probably, but I have to look at it.
Well, it's a Twitch emote that and I heard about it for the first time when I commissioned I think his name's Ed Panto on Twitter. I commissioned him to do the Killua versus Nagisa art that you can see in my room tour, and I fucking thanked him. I tweeted it out and thanked him for how awesome it was, and he was like, "Thanks for commissioning me, Poggers." And I was like, "What the fuck does Poggers mean?" And I had to look it up, and it's like an emote, an emote of a guy like doing. Did you go to the page or no?
Yeah.
So you're on page 18 to 19.
Mm-hmm.
So the big ass fucking page of Chrome's face, like where his lips are, his eyes are big and his lips are doing that like pursed like out position.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's a Pog face apparently, and so yeah, I don't know if you've known about that, but that's like the new hip meme on the internet at the moment. At least that's what I've heard.
It just shows how much dedicated he is to his work.
Oh yeah, well that's what I kind of like. It gives him some character because like I don't know about you, but like have you ever been so focused? Or like I'm trying to think, like you're really really focused, and like I do kind of have that if I'm really focused on something and I'm like so intently focused on it, I will kind of like find that my mouth's hanging open, like fuck, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like that kind of humanized him for me there. I like that because like it seems like he is one of those people that you can see it as the panels go, his mouth gets further open, like when he's ripping the fucking fan off of the drone. His mouth's normally closed, and then it goes and it's open, and then really. So yeah, I don't know. That's what I read into it with that. I think that's kind of cute. Chrome is a adorable boy, and I love him. And yeah, I guess now just Taiju's fucking drilling, and I like how they also mentioned too that like they're gonna have factories doing all their shit, so noise shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, we're going in. It was a very straightforward chapter. Really, just getting the drill, starting to drill. That's basically all we got. So. Final thoughts for you?
Yeah, man, great chapter. I'm gonna give this chapter a 7.5. Not because the chapter is bad, but it's just been a very straightforward chapter. So.
Yeah, not bad at all. Just like not as much as usual in a Dr. Stone chapter to talk about.
Yeah, so I mean, I had to be realistic with these ratings. So
of course, this is just your average chapter. Just enjoyable, but not a lot to go off of.
I was thinking about like a 6 because of that awful like.
So fucking triggered about it. I love it.
Because that awful joke of the getting bounce is like the
moment. No, bro. Here, take it down to like a 7 instead of a 7.5. How about that?
Okay, yeah, 7's fine. Because what brought this chapter back for me was the Taiju moment and then the Chrome moment.
Oh yeah.
Like that shit was good. I loved it.
For sure. All right. I guess that's peace for me.
And that's peace.